ChatGPT's new image model is finally on par with Nano Banana. I'll show you how to get to the model. I'll show you some samples of what it can create, and then I'll do some comparisons with Gemini. So this is OpenAI's article about it. I'll link this in the description, and it's a pretty long post, so I'm not really going to read all this. This is a ton of stuff. But I'll stop here because I'm going to have an example with that. But let me show you how to get to it, because this part can be a little confusing. So this is my paid account. This is a business account. And if I just go to the Create Image, this is not the new model. And the way you can tell is if you select image and you still have the styles option, this is the old option. And if you look on the left sidebar here, there's nothing new, and that'll be important in a second. So what I have to do is actually go back to my free account, which seems backwards, and I'm sure they'll catch up. So now, different account, and in the left sidebar, I now have a new images option. It even says new. And if I didn't come in the sidebar and I just clicked on the plus here, the create image, there's no styles here, and then this is a different look. This is actually the new model. But if you click on the images over here, you get a whole new screen, and again, it's the same options here. And then a couple of just pre-configured stuff, and then images that I already created. So let's see. So yeah, okay, so this is the blog post. I'm not going to read through all these prompts because this is actually the short one, but they get pretty long. But this is what they have in here, and it's basically a 90s documentary, street photography shot, skateboarding. They have a specific camera in there and some other things. I stuck to prompts that they had in their post because I just want to give them the best shot at having good output. And where are you? So that is this. So I copied their prompt as is. So this is the exact same prompt from the site, and then this is what it created. And I mean, I think that's really good. I mean, this is what they had on the site and their blog post, and this is what it made for me. Pretty close. It's the same style photography or image, and followed the prompt really well. I also did it in Gemini because I wanted to compare it. This is Nano Banana Pro, and that's here. Scroll up. Again, same prompt, and then this is what Nano Banana Pro came up with. And again, it's fine. It follows the prompt. It's skateboard, 90s documentary style. I don't know that one's better. They're both really good. So in the blog post, they change his shirt to red, change his hat to yellow, they change the speed limit sign, and they add a fire truck. I copied that as is. After I did it, I realized that there wasn't actually a speed limit sign in my original one, and it improvised. It turned my tree here into a speed limit sign, which was interesting, and it changed the random car here into a fire truck because there wasn't a car on the street. So I mean, it did a really good job of following the prompt. It's like his shirt is red now, his hat is yellow now, there's a speed limit sign that wasn't there before, there's a fire truck here. All those were things in the prompt, and yeah, I did the same. I changed the prompt a little bit in Gemini because I realized that pictures were different. So I actually said to add a speed limit sign, not change it, and then I said to make one of the cars a fire truck. And again, this is Nano Banana Pro. His shirt is red now, his hat is yellow, there is a speed limit sign, there is a fire truck. So again, both the models did, I think, a really good job. I don't think one is better. Again, I think they're on par with each other. I didn't do the crowd, and I believe I did that one. Yeah. So in the blog post, they had basically took the picture and then they put it on a t-shirt hanging on a clothesline, which I thought was interesting. So I took the prompt and I did that in ChatGPT, and this is what I came up with. it gave it a tree and building background, which is fine. It didn't specify in the prompt. But again, I think that looks really good. And for Gemini, again, same thing, t-shirt hanging on a clothesline. It gave it a fence and like kind of a backyard look, but again, really good. Shirt looks like it would actually belong, or sorry, the image looks like it belongs in that shirt. I don't think that one's better than the other. I think that both models did a really good job. Yeah, so that's all I did for that one. Again, they had a bunch of variations in the blog post. I don't think I did any of those. And again, each of these are different posts, different examples. So there's a lot of stuff in this blog post. Instruction following. Yeah, okay, so I did these. So this is, again, this is a long prompt. The idea is that it's a newspaper and it's introducing GPT-5 and it's a bunch of stuff, and the whole thing with this is Markdown rendering. So it's a lot of the old image models have issues with actually doing text in an image, and this is a lot of text and it's different formats and different structures and doing it from Markdown. So this is actually a really good test for these models. And where are you? That's here. This is, again, this is ChatGPT's new image model. So again, same prompt. I copied it exactly from the site. And then this is what it came up with. So this is the blog post. This is what I got from ChatGPT. Again, I think it's really good. I think the formatting's good. This is clearly a heading. It's bolded. It's larger. These are all real words. It has the grid here. It has certain areas bolded. So I mean, I think that looks really good. And Gemini, again, I copied the prompt as is. And then this is one where I think ChatGPT did a better job. Gemini's one, it didn't actually convert the markdown. So like that little pound sign at the beginning, that's markdown, and that basically means do heading 1, and this is like heading 3, and then that means bold and just other markdown instructions, where in ChatGPT, this is actually a heading 1, and these are bolded. Gemini didn't change the markdown. I didn't specifically tell it to. I don't know. I mean, you could kind of take that either way. I think that ChatGPT did a better job. I don't think that most people would put in Markdown and then want it to come out as Markdown. It's just kind of weird. But again, the prompt didn't actually say switch it from Markdown. What did it? No. But I don't know. I think that ChatGPT actually did a better job than Nano Banana on that one. So let's close that out. And then did not do that one. And then this is a coding reference. It's not, it's kind of coding. Again, this is a fairly long prompt. This is, Fibonacci sequence is a really common like beginner level coding challenge. And this is basically looking for an image, kind of an infographic to explain how it works. And it says explain it using both math and code, and then the idea is that you have a math description in the center, and then you have 4 different solutions around the outside of it, and then there are arrows from the center math description pointing to each of the solutions. So now back to ChatGPT. And again, copied the prompt as is, and this is what it came up with. There is an issue in this one. So part of the prompt here, draw clear arrows pointing from the central math explanation to each implementation card. And this is the example, math description, arrows pointing to. And what I got was math description, arrows pointing in towards it. From the, like this is supposed to be, these arrows are supposed to go in the other direction. looking at Gemini, where are you? It was not that. No, there it is. Again, same prompt. And then a little different look, but it's fine. It follows the prompt. Math description, arrows pointing away from that to forest solutions. This does follow the prompt. ChatGPT, not so much. I mean, besides the arrows, ChatGPT solution is really good. It's really clean. These are actual solutions to Fibonacci sequence. The words are legible. Again, it follows the rest of the prompt. It just messed up the arrows. But, I mean, Gemini got all of it. So, I mean, I don't know. Let me see. I think, yeah, that's the last one that I actually did. Again, there were so many examples on here. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I recommend going to ChatGPT, looking for this images, I don't know, link on the side, and trying it out. Again, I didn't have it on my paid account. I don't have a Plus account, so I can't really speak to how that works. Again, we have a business account, and I don't have it on that yet. And this came out a week ago. But I do have it on my free account, so I would expect that everyone would have it on their free account as well. Come in here, and again, just from the main page, you just expand the sidebar. Come on. Expand the sidebar, and then you have, it'll say images new. You can do it from here, but just make sure that it looks like this and it doesn't have the styles here. And type in your prompt. Again, you can do like I did and go to ChatGPT's blog post or OpenAI's blog post and copy their prompts as is, or you can just do regular prompts like you would normally do and see what it looks like. I think that it's on par with Nano Banana. I don't, like, it does a couple of things better in the examples that I did, and Nano Banana did a couple of things better. So, I mean, I think that it's on par, and I mean, that's a big statement, because I mean, Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro are just, they changed a lot of things with image generation model, so even for ChatGPT to catch up to them is pretty huge. But check it out and see what you think, and I'll see you next time.